When your hips are feeling tight after sitting in a long day, or if they're just chronically always feeling tight, this one movement can make a big difference. It can make a big difference because it focuses on dynamic movements that are going to strengthen, mobilize, give you an amazing stretch, and address more parts around your hip joints than your usual go-to lunges or other hip opening things that you might do when you feel that tension in your hips. Now, I'm Bree Johnson, Heart and Bones Yoga, and as always, do the whole like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that fun stuff. But let's get right into this movement. All you're going to need is a pillow or a folded blanket to support your knee, because we are going to be on our hands and knees. I personally love this Happy Lemon pillow, so that I like to use that. Bring one foot forward, and then you're going to kneel on the other foot. This is how we place ourselves first. Now, a traditional lunge, you would have your foot forward, your leg back, and the hips pointed forward. In this lunge, we're calling it an asymmetrical lunge because we're not going to stay in this forward sagittal plane box feeling here. We're going to open it up, and opening it up is where all the goodness happens. So from this regular lunge position, walk your foot out just a little bit out to the side. Doesn't have to be a lot, but just a little bit. And then walk your foot just a little bit more forward. Good. Now press that front foot down into the floor, and then feel like you're pulling the foot towards you without actually moving the foot. I call it a drag without a drag. Foot presses down, and then foot pulls in towards your body a bit. Hold that work, and then start to slide your pelvis forward, and then come back. Good. Now, when you come forward, if you weren't doing, let's do a little before and after, if you weren't doing the footwork, that action of dragging without the drag, and you just let yourself flop down, look how far I went. This is too far. This is not going to give us the long-term benefits of hip opening and tension release that we're looking for. So if this is my deepest version, look what happens when I activate it. That's what we're doing with the foot. Press your foot down, drag it without actually dragging it. So then that creates a little bit more activation in the leg and the hips. And I keep that work as I slide forward. And then I don't go as far, but we're doing more effective work. This is key with this asymmetrical lunge. Okay, now come back. Do that a few more times. Drag without the drag, slide your pelvis forward, only go as far as you can hold that activation. It's kind of a schloop feeling, and then come out. Then you're going to walk your foot a little bit more out to the side. It doesn't have to be much, even just a little inch or two. Same work. Press your foot down, pull it back, hold a sense of stability as you slide forward, and then back. So I like to do it as a dynamic movement because it brings even more effective work for the hip joint. And then what you do is open up, and you do that a few times, you open up again, and then you progress slowly. I don't recommend going all the way out to the side. I would stop before my leg went fully out to the side. So you decide in your body how far you want to take this lunge. But you can see the key benefit is the fact that we progressively move the leg open while keeping that sense of schloop, that resistance, so it stays as an active and dynamic stretch. Now you can hold it, you can do the movements forward and back, but you can also then hold it at any spot and you stay there, and instead of again dropping down and getting floppy, keep it active, hold at that end range. This is again where some magic can happen. I can feel that work already heating up in my hips and my legs. This is great. Hold for a few breaths, and then you'd come out. I'm going to show you one more variation within this. It's a multitask shoulder opening extravaganza to add to this. So at any point, you can just do it with the legs, right? Or you can add the arms. I like to bring my arms forward, and then as I slide open, I bring my arms open, and then I bring the arms forward. So you can see this is a lovely multitasking movement. Your shoulders, your chest, your arms get to have fun with your legs and your hips. Now, of course, you're going to go through it. You're going to take a little bit more time, and then of course you got to do it on the other leg. So choose your adventures. You don't have to every time go through each pit stop along the way. You can also just simply pick an angle, do it a few times, right? You've been sitting on your desk for too long. Do this a couple times, add the arms, and then you're good. But now you have a little bit more to work with. You've got some ideas and hopefully some inspiration to get you to move more often in different, creative, purposefully loving ways like this. So again, I'm Bree Johnson. Thank you for joining me. Do that whole subscribe, like, share thing, and we'll see you for more of the classes here.